Neil, just your overall assessment on today's game, please.
It's a strange one. Sort of bittersweet. We lost the game, got off to a poor start. We didn't. I mean, it's a poor header, poor positioning. But our reaction to going a goal down was fantastic, and we should have equalised. We played brilliantly in the first half, and we created so many good chances, like gilt-edged chances, not just half chances, gilt-edged, and that pleases me more than anything. And we were brave on the ball. The second goal, I think, Billy has to do better with, and the goalkeepers need to look at themselves, and we need them to start making saves, concentration, whatever you want to call it, but they've got to make saves at important times in the game. But I thought we played great first half. I thought there was a real sort of flow to our play, and just our finishing, our decision making let us down. But I thought the two fullbacks were brilliant. I thought the two boys in midfield, Gilmore and Alphonse, were brilliant. And on another day, we could have been 3-2 up or 3-1 up at half time. So as a coach, and I'm getting long in the tooth, I like the win. I really like the win. But this is a work in progress. These are young players we have to develop them. We have to manage them. We have to manage their talent. They're going to be inconsistent at times, not just over a period, but even in game. But I have to look at the way we approached the game, and it was excellent. However, I can't legislate for what Jefferson did. And that's the second game in a row now where we've played a whole half with 10 men. And I'm big on in-team discipline, and we talked about Jerry sending off 2 yellows. You still can't do that on a yellow card, but Jefferson's is inexcusable, so we will deal with that in-house. And it left us short in the end. Players are running on empty towards the end. You're making changes to try and get a foothold in the game, or just to give them a rest, because they're giving me everything. The players are giving me everything. I know it's difficult for the supporters maybe to process this. It's difficult for me. But we are like where we are because we're not getting the luck for a start, and we're inexperienced in some areas of the pitch. But even our experienced players, Chris should have scored a couple first half. He's clean through, then we hit the bar, it's a tap in, we missed that. We have balls across the line, not getting tap ins. So, yeah, Rory's got a great chance back post and, didn't show the composure. But that is frustrating, but from a coach's point of view, you've got to take the positives from the fact that we are creating the chances against a very good side. It's deflating for the players, It's the second game in a row where, they've been let down. In Jerry's case, it's a little bit, unlucky. Jefferson's is not. Maybe a bit of South American temperament, I don't know. But it's unacceptable. And you can't keep playing with 10 men against, decent sides. So, yeah, whilst we wanted to, try and make inroads, we had a half chance with Toddy. We didn't really affect it as well as we could have done. And the players were, starting to really fatigue because they've had such a demanding week.
You were able to bring in Barney Stewart on loan yesterday, and he came on for the start of the second half and got 45 minutes in his legs. Do you view that as a positive tick in the box as well from this afternoon?
Well, yeah, for Barney, yeah. We wanted to get legs on because, Chris is, whilst he did okay in the first half, he's not the one to sort of run around up there on his own at times. So obviously we had to try and get some fresher legs on. And Barney will get the benefit from the 45 minutes, no question.
We move on now to the final game of the first quarter at home to Queen's Park. Next week now, just have to regroup and go again and try and finish the first quarter on a high. Yeah.
If we play like we played in the first half, we'll be fine. I'm not happy with 4 defeats out of 7 or 8 games. It's not good enough, so we have to really look at overall how well we've done. The last 3 games have been damaging. We've been unfortunate not to get some at St Johnstone and Ayr, and even today. But that's the reality of football at this level. You have to take your chances and you have to minimise your mistakes.